How's the volume? It looks my volume on my little OBS display looks decent. It was a nice little stream last night. It's like how can somebody do this building thing be so tired? Oh, see, the body is constantly under stress. See, I'm constantly shaking. Like it's just what happens, you know. Like that phase dude. Don't know his name. I saw Denims in I saw it on me from Twitch. Was that a song or Chud Watch It? Anyway, it's a topic on Twitch right now. Days. I don't know anything about them. I guess they started 14 years ago. I only found out about streaming, like real streaming, in 2021. And I knew about Twitch, right, because of the Destiny and Dr. Disrespect thing. That was a Twitter trend for a while. And it was breaking news, top streamer kicked off the platform. And I'm like, what? Then about before that, they started having live streams with the donos. I guess Twitch would be doing live streaming and things that rich people can afford. I didn't get my first what you call smartphone, the little this thing until 2012. 2012. Before that, it was just even then I was late to get a cell phone for I don't know. They are rather expensive. Oh, I have a text message. Ooh. Oh yeah, I sent drunk text. That was to Ryan. Mm. I just got back from the gas station. Had a purple A. Bang. I got on the bandwagon 2019. Well, it was an energy drink for keto, like the low carbs, total carbohydrate, 2 grams. Yeah, like college football. Everyone's bowl games. I don't even know what bowl game this is. Is this a bowl game or is this a playoff game? Niles? Biles. I have I mean, my eyesight isn't the best. It's below average. I have prescription glasses. I only have one pair left, and they're like the thing's broken on it, so it's just kind of like hangs on. You just constantly. constant thievery and just it's just this is amazing. It's like Denim just pointing out one of those people who's pointing out how much better everybody else has it, and he taught a lesson about. It's like all these people, their job is to teach people lessons. Right now, what? Right now, it's like the place I'm at. It's really nice and seeing all the dead fathers. They're not young fathers. Many of the men around here probably never even had a chance to be a father. A lot of women growing up for the new safe area. They got their new hot boy, their hot husband. And it's like, but your other one isn't dead. He's sleeping in the street. Yeah, for my brother. It's like he's trapped in the house. It's domestic. He can go crazy. That's the thing. That's the thing where the Turks are just really. You gotta bring them in and explain that it's like how long can somebody screaming and you have to sit there and take it. And that's their strategy. Their strategy is to antagonize you into hitting first. And if it's a woman hitting a man, in my culture, you're not even allowed to hit back. In my culture, you're not even allowed to hit a woman. It doesn't matter if she's beating on you and stuff. You just have to curl up and take it. Or leave, right? And so that's that. And you leave, and now Jody moved in. Goes to like the EU. Following news can make you quite insane, or some people. See, there's a thing. They have so many new people in the Europe that the government's there just. So if you have an extra room in your house, you can move in a poor person, not your poor person, like another person's poor person. So your people have to go live in the street. So it's kind of funny as they get the gas station. It's like kind of middle class woman's getting out of her car. It's kind of not a dink because they probably have kids. It's like they get out of the car and they look and they're just the realization that these are ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, maybe not even a my stepbrother had like child support payments, and boy oh boy, I think he gets like keep $50 a month to live off of or something. I told this story in other places and maybe this channel as well about my next neighbor I had. I lived in a apartment building. It was like furnished apartments, and so I had a studio. I'm on this row. The row I was on, I think, were mostly studios. And my neighbor down the street, or down the like 5 doors down, we were sitting outside. He was drinking a beer, just drinking beer, and smoking cigarettes. And he was older than me, like let's see, I think he was like 20 years older than me at the time, like a guy in his 50s, early 50s. He was working as a call center debt collector. He made $5,000 a month on average, but had to but 3,500 went to his wife for alimony and child support. So he got to keep like $1,500 a month to live off of, which is about like I was making as a county worker. And so it's like affordable, $650 a month rent, another probably $100 for electric for what was my electricity like $20. So it was about like $700 a month. So $500 a month spending money, which is pretty good, I guess. I suppose. Better than so he is talking about because of the way our system works. If she got married, she was living with the dude, right? He was sending his ex-wife, $3,500 a month, and she had a guy living in his old trailer or house. He was driving a brand new F-150. Like he's basically paying for his ex-wife's boyfriend. If they'd gotten married, now she would have been like they would have been like, okay, you don't have to pay alimony anymore, because that's the way it works. So I'm not going to say it's a negative. It's a disincentive for divorced women to get married. Depends how much money they're getting out of their spouse. What you just what I refer to as the divorce to be in hotel. Although from the first time I stopped here was how long is that? A year ago? People rotate. We rotate. They're more like women living here now. But they're still the same demographic. I'm the youngest person here, I think. Everybody else is like this, very angry, just angry at the youth, angry at the life. And yet, that's America. Sex without consequences. Well, consequences used to be a baby. They took care of that. And also the whole like societal pressure that no sex without marriage. No, it's this free for all, and because it's become extremely dangerous. I know there are a lot of guys who are like, yeah, I need to have fun, but no. And it's like that works for a little while, but women can get a lot more sex in that situation. So we're at that like the Pulverse or R9K, the robots from 4chan. It's like their studies. These guys, you just would have been fine like college, university, thesis people, and now it's something else. It's like the realization these guys have. They by behavior and choices and verbal consent. Now we're all like slaves to the harem, to the sultan. As these dudes have. Somebody told me that in Islam, like person not have more than like four wives in Muhammad or something. I don't know what the rules are in the Latter Day Saint Church. Back in the day, old Joe Brigham, they had a lot more than four. I think Muhammad had 11. And then old Joe. I think I haven't been there. I can't remember where it is, but Salt Lake City at the Brigham Young's old house. They said they had like the dining room had to accommodate 60, 70 people. There were 70 people at dinner time. So it's just sitting around here, and I got the Ruby Space Sake in my chat last night. Just curiosity. I like obsessive compulsion, cyber stalker. I like tag her and stuff. Just pay attention, pay attention. Well, you see, that was one of the first on the AAU AIU. It was atheism is unstoppable. That was the name of the channel. Yeah, I'm just having we're not even mostly that channel focused on like the news narratives on certain cases that are being publicly re-adjudicated and found not guilty. Like I don't know if Kim Kardashian's Innocent Project was really codified at that time. It's more along the lines of proving that the history books and news were full of lies, like the Central Park Five, those dudes who were convicted of raping that jogger, a woman jogger in Central Park. But they were actually innocent. It was just this obsession, like to arrest certain people. I think there was a Richard Reed of where the kids, he killed the kid's family, was hiding under the bed. And then there was like, well, the Mexicans, there were Mexicans in the neighborhood, and they killed the kid's parents, and they were just because of Richard Reed. And then he was like, then he went on a houseboat with some like liberal, like, you know, that type of couple, and then he killed them. That's this now we're at a point where they're just too stupid. See, that was the thing that I knew all I needed to know. It's like, don't say it. And I knew it when I remember a day, I was like fourth grade. We were having a discussion of slavery and racism in the U.S. and words not to say. And I remember my dad was upset about something. He used the N word. And I'm like, Dad, that's not okay. There's just people just like them that use that word, because it's racism. And also, I knew at the time, it was like, they kill you, if you say that word. Like, being in California, we got trained real early. That was in the late '80s. That was in late '80s. We already knew that was a no word. That's the rest of the nation is like catching up with the Californians. So yeah, there was a thing in New Jersey where where because of Trayvon Martin and how like black people can't kill white people in self-defense. And there was one where these kids showed up, they want to beat up this guy's son, and they used the N word. And so the guy came out and shot him. He got off the jury because he was triggered. That word that triggers people. You remember because he remembered like his grandfather's shop being burnt down in the South and everything. And that's just the PTSD of having all these white racists coming and slaughtering you like Tulsa. Remember Tulsa? There's a Florida town the Tulsa, I guess they got more HBO specials and stuff with the Watchmen and the Umbrella Academy and that kind of stuff. Mass riots. This mass riots to the point where it turns into like a localized civil war between people who just don't want to live together. Oh wait, that's right. They want to live together. Or my family's just so intolerant. Oh wait, I have no family left. That's right. They might spot at the Christmas table to like the Kardashians. I mean, I don't know why white men would want to date a Kardashian. So yeah, we have a lot of those types living in tents and things around here. I mean, it's still cheating. I mean, just this no fault divorce. No, if she's cheating, she's cheating. I don't know if she's cheating on us with an Asian, a black man, a Jewish man, a white man. I don't know. But there's some dude living in that house. Some dude who needs the husband's money enough to kill him. That way, it's like, oh my goodness, with spouses. That's why they say spouse is always the first suspect in the death of the other spouse. Oh, UConn, I live in Utah. They'd almost look like BYU. UConn. Oh, another batch of college graduates in a few months. Oh my goodness. I wonder what these guys are majoring in. Yeah, I'm not that interested. That's kind of cool. Ooh, Fox News. We got a new style of a Frio chip. Like this twist. Like, how's this gonna work? Actually, pretty good. Wow. The solution drop interest rates. Well, if we drop interest rates, asset value goes up because you can borrow more money to buy at a higher price without worrying about higher monthly payments. About that monthly payment. Hmm. How many real housewives are there? Uh, is it showing it? Is it okay? Can you see that? Okay, yeah, you can't. Good. Oop, it went away. That's what I'll stay on this page. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Real Housewives of Potomac. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives of New Jersey. Real Housewives of Miami. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Real Housewives of Orange County. Real Housewives of Dallas. Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Real Housewives of London. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that sound like this? Doesn't that just sound like a friggin' doesn't that sound like a porn thing? You go, that's a fetish. That's a fetish. Back in back when I moved out of I was rooming with the woman of the opposite sex. No, I guess woman in opposite sex is it's all that gender dysphoria and confusion. Anyway, I keep explaining it was not romantic. It was kind of a mutually beneficial thing. So anyway, one day we got in a little fight, right? Because tension builds. Like I didn't want to move in. I was gonna say that. Hey, yeah, I know how this goes. I know how this goes. I'll like start being attracted, and there'll be tension and stuff. So anyway, about a month later, boom, it blew up. And I was over, and I was in a hotel, and we started texting a little bit, and she was like, she's like, cause she bring guys home. She brought a guy home, and I figured that was bound to happen. And he was like, besides, she was like, 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 what would I care what she does? And she's married anyway. I'm like, you're married? Like, people, like, married people living like they're single. So I was talking to my friend about it because there was some stuff over the years, and like, do you have that? I think that there's that fetish. I think Devin Stack of Blackville, Evil Hillary picks. He had, I think he reviewed American Pie. I mean, it kind of told the young men of the nation that it's okay to Stifler's mom. I mean, Stifler's mom wants to be stiffed. Why not? Right? And so there's this whole. Not only did the course of my life have I seen like sex isn't for marriage, but well, yeah, that's right. Stifler's dad probably ain't getting any. Then you got Tully from Ken Park there. I don't always watch porn. Sometimes I just watch really incredibly R-rated and not rated steamy mainstream movies. Let me see. Oh, there are even more of the OC of the North Pole. The White Man of the Gold Cup. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Oh, Chicago Theater. That's a parody. Okay, well, there was a TV show called Army Wives. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have it. This is based on a book. And it's really interesting. 'Cause it revolves around a murder near Army base. And so and she's a journalist. So the journalist goes and hangs out in Fort Bragg and around the military family communities and the wives and what their lives are like while their husbands are deployed and like when they receive the tragic news that Remy was killed and stuff like that. And drop zone. After a bad accident at drop zone, Frankfurt meets Trevor for the OCS training. Michael is caught driving under the influence of the beast, considers a return to nursing. Army Wife Season 5 to 11 recap drop zone. But the same one. Denise realizes she misses the job of the nurse this week. Elsewhere, Pamela is afraid of a performance evaluation from Boone. Army Wives Review Battle Buddies. Trevor's military career hangs in the balance as he and Roxy battle marriage issues. Joan and Roland decide to adopt, and Claudia Joy quits her job at Chandler's firm. Let's see, May 9, 2011. Oh yeah, I was a private contractor at this point. I'm gonna go to the. What is this? Uh-oh. This is recent news. Why is it the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City last night? We will be back to such a bravo show.
I mean, the list starts probably with The Grunch. It's classic. I also really love The Holiday. You know what? Deep cut that nobody talks about that I think people need to talk about is Christmas Day. Probably with.
So, and in the spirit, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, there's so many that I love. I mean, the list starts probably with The Grunch. It's classic. I also really love The Holiday. You know what? Deep cut that nobody talks about that I think people need to talk about is Christmas with the Cranks.
Very true.
Have you seen it? Do you know which one I'm
Yes.
talking
A
about?
classic.
Yes.
Tim Allen.
No one
Yes.
talks about it, and I think it's wonderful. I think it's such a fun Christmas movie. But I don't know. I'm like I watch all of them.
My favorite Christmas movie is Klaus. It is the most beautiful movie. Is
Special Force World's Toughest Test. She's a Special Forces? It's been another eventful season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait an extra week to see what happens next for this group of Utah ladies. Oh, we widely talked about the low deck down under crossover to Meredith Marks and Willage freakout on the flight home to Angie Katsaneva's cast trip to Greece. This season of RHOSLC has certainly been one for the books. We've got more iconic lines, gout, dick sucker, and more petty arguments. Mary Cosby and Katsaneva's art date than we ever could have asked for, and it's only a matter of time before the reunion episodes will be here, and we will get to see if the ladies are able to their issues out, hash their issues out. I personally hope for some footage from that flight. It will still be a few weeks before then. Why is RHOSLC on? Why isn't RHOSLC on tonight? And when will the show return? Keep reading for everything we know. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City will not air a new episode tonight, December 23rd, due to a scheduled hiatus for the holidays. Oh. So are they going to have one? What would the next one be, like the 30th? Are these Salt Lake City housewives? Okay, well, Salt Lake City doesn't mean LDS. See, most of my guys, Salt Lake City is like real Mormon housewives and stuff. I don't think many Mormons have wives. In fact, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are planned to they keep on making issues about the branding. Well, they don't. They're not Mormons anymore. They actually Mormon's a slur. If you go to Salt Lake City, you talk to the LDS Saint, Mormon is a slur. So, Real Housewife, Peacock. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my. I'm gonna go back to my just talking type of thing. I just want to share that with you. So easy to go down rabbit holes. So easy to go down rabbit holes. That's weird. So, oh, a minute ago I was eating Fritos. So I didn't close the tab. I just like went over to another tab, and yeah. So that's it must have like a streaming cache or something where it's just showing me from where I left off. That must have been when I clicked on it. I'm sure most of the viewers are having more or less of this. If I have any viewers, I don't think I have any viewers. Views, I got average view duration, 25 seconds. Oh, somebody popped in. Somebody popped in to check me out. That's cool. Yes, right. Let's see. That tastes so good. I have other things I'm supposed to be doing. Not supposed to. I wanted to. I brought a laptop that was I loaded a bunch of old laptops with different Linux distros. Mint, Fedora, forget what else, but I I lost. I don't know what the passwords are. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put another thing on there. Just get these other laptops working. The one I'm using right now, I keep getting a thing that says Windows 10 is no longer supported. Upgrade to a Windows 11 device. And like this works perfectly fine for what I need. Uh, and yet, if they start having like some issues with the Windows 10, I'm gonna have to, the files and stuff. Uh-oh, did it freeze? Why did my camera freeze? That's what I'm talking about. It froze. On my end, it froze. Can you hear me? Okay, this will deactivate, reactivate. There we go. It's kind of like cars, unless you keep buying cars, why would they keep making them? You gotta keep people employed. And the only way to keep people employed is to keep shopping. And, and yet, there's some people that they just get money. You can talk to Andy. We can talk to Andrew Yang. You can talk to the Yang Gang because $2,000 a month. Yeah, you give me my $2,000 a month, and I'll buy more electronics. And now I'm just not. I get robbed all. I get robbed constantly. I get beat on. I get assaulted. Well, this is what it's like to be a Palestinian. This is what it's like to be a Palestinian. The world is Palestine, right? See, if you're going to define, we're going to define people who aren't Israelis, it's Palestinian. The world is Palestine. office that they got for $15 at a thrift store. It was really cool. It was really cool. And it was a heavy like it was really good solid wood. And it had a handle. I wanted to put little googly eyes on it. And because it looked like a snake. I lost that someplace. I found this one though. It's not really. It's it's not one you can really lean on. It's snap. Yeah, this thing is cool. It looks like one of those sketches from the Dark Crystal. Oh, it's a girlfriend. Where is the girlfriend? I smell girlfriend. There isn't any better like analogy to who rules us. It seems to be the sketchies. More. More Gelfling. More Gelfling slave. You would see that part where they drink the Gelfling tears to be young. Is it see they're drinking old Gelfling tears to stay young and vibrant? The thing I want to put you on mute now, but let's see where I put the controller. Can you imagine the Christian in a firm full of Jews? I think that's who's complaining. It's like they put a Christian in here. Maybe that black shit. Is the black shit from Supreme Court now? Yeah, I don't pay much attention to it. After that Kavanaugh thing, I don't know. Well, I think our protests have gotten bigger and more elaborate. When Anita Hill was talking about the pubic hairs and the cocaine, who put this pubic hair in my cocaine? Ah, well, that's how can you be a Supreme Court justice? But I mean, that's not as bad as Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh pulling that hot, sexy lady, pulling that like old Amy Schumer looking thing into a room and groping her. That totes happened. That totes happened at a party someplace 40 something years ago. I don't know where the party was. She doesn't know where the party was. Doesn't know where the house was. Doesn't know who was there, but it was definitely Kavanaugh. It's not picking up the audio, is it? That's fine. Who lost your date? 1-800 number. There it is. Yeah, you can call up that number and you can find out how much rain you get. Well, everybody, I mean, not everybody's been wrong. Boy, oh boy, my stick fell down. Somebody could have tripped over it. Imagine if somebody had tripped over my stick and broken their arm, or just got in an alley. Oh, look, it's Kiev. They're showing those videos. I was watching this on a. Wait, Justin Trudeau's not the Prime Minister of Canada? I don't know. It's been, I guess I haven't been paying attention to the news and international world elections and things. So anyway, it looked like housing projects. I was watching a video on YouTube of the strikes against those buildings, and it looked like a bunch of housing projects. Well, there's a place in was it Sadr City near Baghdad. The U.S. The U.S. military, they used to blow up entire buildings just trying to get like there were snipers and stuff who would hang out in these buildings and they instead of having the teams try to go in and search the building if they get too dangerous, booby traps, they just blow the entire building up just for one sniper. Now, actually, now I'm older, too, to remove the emotional aspects out of things, like the older people don't know what they're doing. And yeah, I can see because the one of the reasons why they have to have those wars or to have those police actions and because there's so many mercenaries, there's so many foreign mercenaries from all over the world, so many different that they have to go someplace so that they have to get war zones so the mercenaries can go and have jobs being mercenaries and snipers and stuff. Otherwise, that they can be a problem. You get those trained killers, those people with bloodlust and sitting around too long, they might get violent. An unemployed killer, that can be dangerous. They might start sniping people here, like from water towers. I remember it's like the Academy of Dark Humors. Like, so I got hired onto the court, and they're just talking about stuff, and I have that dark personality, and I made it. To me, it was a funny joke. It horrified my manager and stuff. Was talking about like climbing up to a friggin' tower and just start like shooting people. That happened. Like, was that Texas? Was that Texas? Some dude just went up on a water tower and just like sniping people for I don't know. That's when you have nothing to live for. You see all these like middle class people who don't give a shit about your problems. They see war's a fun thing. Like movies, oh my goodness. You should see all the comic book. You should see all the people like online, like the YouTubers. They're ones I mostly pay attention to when it comes to pop culture. And he wants more explosion. I want more action in the movie. Why is that ever boring? It's like some of us like we're trying to relax. We've had a lot of action. But apparently, it's like something people eat popcorn and jerking off. And it's like they're demanding more, demanding more. Oh my goodness. Is high school. The missing agreement. The missing ingredient is McGuire. Well, I'm not saying I'm not really Somebody wants to guarantee. Yeah, he definitely came from California public education. You get guaranteed wins, kid. You get guaranteed grades. You're guaranteed winner. You're guaranteed leader. Oh, I remember. I remember when I signed my enlistment contract with the Navy. I was like, I'm already dead. That's the right attitude to have. Okay, you probably can't really hear the thing because I don't see the little green bar going when I'm not talking. So I'm watching television in the background here, showing floods from some place in California. I wonder what year these houses were built. I don't know that how many years, like 50 years or more. California's been in a historic drought, and so a lot of places that are in flood zones, they probably got spoiled. It seems like they built a housing development in a known flood zone. Oh well, do your research. Mhm. Oh, mudslides. Could they cut the trees down off the mountain? All the roots and stuff that hold the dirt on. It's like when sure their homes were engulfed in the mud. Oh my, ensure their home. So there's this thing in Peru where the Amazon floods a lot, and they have these group villages, And every time it floods, because they had this form of socialism there, where they get the money to rebuild, and then they rebuild right in the same place. They purposely rebuild knowing that they're going to get money. It seems to me that there's this, well, yeah. I was watching an Adam Carolla. Apparently he's like really knowledgeable about construction and building houses and things. And he's walking through this development. It was one of the funniest things I had seen because all these people building a house. Apparently they're just really bad, shoddy housing. But it looks nice. But it looks nice in the picture. Chevy Chase there, the commercial. Yeah, I heard he's an ass. I heard people work with him. Like he's very unpopular. He's extremely difficult to work with. Oh, they're replanning a Christmas. It's just been a word for him. I can't remember. It's not a pageant. Well, then again, it might be a pageant. The orchestra's plays is it a pageant? Who is that? Anyway, I have like a little icon. Oh, this thing deactivated again. Okay. Yeah, I got a little icon pop up, and it was like it showed a microphone, and like my microphone was already on. Maybe it was in response to the volume. I could try this again. Hello? Alright. That is nice. That's just some song. Oh, here it is. I think it's Paul Giamatti. It was a commercial for something. So they have a guy dressed up being like King Henry, but then he meets the real like King Henry. I think was it Troy Henry? He's a running back for somebody. NFL players. Suddenly you have you the real king, boom, and you have this fat dude laying on like Oh, I'm such a loser. Mm. Oh, man, Found Boy. You know, I had like a million points on that thing. A million points. Back around 2009 or so. No, it was before that. Anyway, there's a story about an IT worker, and he lost his job, and he lived for a year in a hotel. I don't remember which hotel it was, Hilton, Marriott, but during the course of like travel, he accumulated so many reward points that for a million points he's able to live for a year in a hotel. I think it cost me like 30,000 points for like a bottle of water, like a little bottle of water. Here, oh, you get complimentary. Would you like to? 30,000 points, and then I also get banned. Oh, the hotel I would prefer to be staying at. I like the gentleman who runs this place. It's sometimes you don't know how hard it is to run a business till you well. How many people bought a business without actually ever running one? So this is a nice little family place. The other place I've been banned. How did I get banned? Somebody texted on their WhatsApp. I made an employee feel uncomfortable. I don't think the Russians didn't have it as good in their revolution. In their revolution, all the organizing and stuff. Now they can just try. Now they can just have their boss be just like, you get this man. He disrespected me. He disrespected me. He wrote me up. He said I was late. It goes back to the Harvard debate. It's supposed to be about the presidential war powers. Instead of, did you see the one? Oh yeah. I'm just. There are other ways of doing things, other ways of knowing things. In this nigger time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like, how do you know? How do you know what day it is? How do you know what year it is? Months, time, man, numbers and shit, racist. This is on nigga time. And that's why we have so many misconnections because we're all at different times. Some people in that Pacific Standard Time, Mountain Time. Uh, let's see, what is it? Eastern Standard, Atlantic Time. Anyway, so many time zones. It's like when with time zones is like, what's the difference? Like say we take the football field and divide the football field up in every 10 yards is a different time zone, right? So you're gonna tell me that when you're on the 1 yard line or the 9 yard line, that's the same time? What about when it's 1 inch? What about when you're about to cross time zones? You from the 20 to 30, and then you cross the 30, right? At 1 inch. And when you cross it, it's completely different time. Mm-hmm. So we need to get rid of that. We need to get a sundial. There's a place I want to erect like a monolith. I want to raise a basilisk. What is it called? Anyway, like a giant sundial, so that where we are, then we can tell time better. and everybody in the community can look and be like, that's not 2 o'clock. That's 2 o'clock. We can all look and read local time. Oh, they won't say. Will they what? Will they be nasty to get it on? Ooh, this looks interesting. Ooh, I've never seen. Okay, I'm used to seeing like the little pills. See, there's pharmaceutical grade MDMA. That was like a bag, so it's like a powder before it's pressed. Wait, that's right. I did somebody's homemade MDMA one time. He had taken it and put it in like the little gel capsules. We weren't feeling anything, but when we snorted it, oh my goodness. Yeah, I was on a vacation with some fun friends. And I think they all went to prison and got us killed and stuff for the drug war. But oh well. Let the youth live and make their own mistakes. Go that. He goes back to show. Oh my goodness. Go that. It must be like the overstock things. Absolutely. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Is this that trial I ran away from? I mean, didn't show up for. I mean, didn't even know about. Oh, Bobby. Oh my goodness, Bobby. Yeah, I don't know. Some sort of like Law and Order courtroom drama. Oh, the TSA agents can let their friends through now. That's cool. The new program where they know you're okay. Who's this? The Great Outdoors. Oh, that looks like I thought it was great outdoors. For Uncle Buck. Ooh, Cartoon Network. What is this called? You know what that's called? Anybody in my chat? Nobody's in my chat. Still only have one viewer. I mean, oh wait, 26. You know, since nobody seems to be enjoying my content, I might as well just let's go call it a day and go back and listen to those live streams. Maybe pull out this other computer and do some